Well, hi, and welcome back to the channel. So this week we are heading north out of Sydney. We're going to drive about 2.5 hours north up to the coastal area of Port Stephens and Nelson Bay. And then once we get up there, we're going to head, first of all, out east. Just by the headland, there's an area called Zenith Beach. Absolutely gorgeous. And if you stay right to the end, we might also shoot another one just quickly out of another area called Soldiers Point here. Okay, let's go. Well, good morning. So this morning we're down at Zenith Beach, and Zenith Beach is up at Port Stephens at Nelson Bay. And I've just come down the beach here. It's currently just before sunrise. I think the sun's just come up actually. And what I've done is I've actually found this whole rock ledge that I'm standing at is just absolutely gorgeous. It almost looks like a pink granite. It's really interesting. And in amongst the pink granite, there's a little bit of green moss on these rocks in front of me. So what I've done is I've set up the camera to try and capture this green moss with these waves breaking over the top here. The sun's just come up, so there's a little bit of colour around. I'm waiting for a wave to come through and break through this gap in the rock here. And I've set my camera up at a 0.6 seconds so I can just get that flow in the wave as it comes through. I think it'll be a nice shot. And I think the tide may be on the way out, so there's not going to be too much variety of waves hitting this right now because it's getting lower and lower every time. But here we come. I'll show you what I mean by this. It's going to come through here and take the shot. So I'm on a remote control with the camera just on my right here, just your right as well. And as it comes through, I'm getting that lovely foam that's sort of coming through between the rocks here. Here's another one. And that's just going to give me some little patterns in the sand. This is lovely flow that's coming across here. Couple this with a bit of green moss in the rocks, a little bit of colour in the sky. I've got a grad on right now just to bring the sky down a little because it's quite bright out there. Okay, let's check the shot out, see what we get. Okay, a quick second composition here. Got some lovely waves hitting this one, and that was exactly what I was after. I just noticed these two little rocks just on the edge of the beach here. I've got a composition with the hill on the left. We've got a little bit of colour in the sky, and I've got focus right on these two rocks in front of me. What I'm also going to do is, because I'm shooting an f4.5 at the moment, just to make sure I can shoot that 0.6 second of a shutter speed, I'm also going to take a shot of the hill as a separate shot, and I'm also going to just point to where I'm focusing, and that'll let me know the next shot is up on the hill. So if I need to focus stack later, then I know exactly where my focus was. And there we go, that's what we wanted, that beautiful foam moving around these rocks in front of me here. And I just point here, and when I get that back in the Lightroom, I know every shot after that I'm pointing at these little rocks in front of me. There's some really nice ripples in the sand here, so it's going to be a toss-up whether I use the waves coming in or whether I use the sand. I've also got some nice reflections on the sand as well, which is reflecting the colour in the sky. So, okay, let's get the shot in the bag. Check this one out. Okay, so I'm actually standing perched on a rock at the moment because we've got these amazing two rocks right in front of us here that are like sentinels at the end of the beach here. Just very interesting rock formation. So what I've done is I've actually set up the camera using the rocks just piercing the horizon so that the rocks can stand alone in the shot. I've got the hill on the left, which you can just see on the left of your frame as well. Sun's just come up over the horizon. we've got a bit of cloud in the sky right now, which is actually quite good. So I'm at f9, and I've just got a grad in at the moment, so that we can just bring the brightness of the sky down. What I might do is I'll take this shot and we'll put this one up. Lots of people on the beach today, so you got to try and get in between tourists. Huh? I'm including myself in that as well. What I might do is I'll put this shot up so you can see this shot, and then what we might do is I'll put one up from my previous visit here, because we actually got a little bit of colour in the sky. There's one more shot which I might also put up, which I got from the path leading down to the beach. There's quite a nice leading line on the path itself, so you can get that shot if you can get a nice sky behind it. I didn't on that day, but I'll put it up so you can see that shot anyway. So let's get this in the bag and check this one out. Hi again. So we're actually still in Port Stephens, and this is a bit of a bonus shot for anyone that's still with us in the video. I've come to Soldiers Point, which is on the south side of Port Stephens, just a little bit west of Nelson Bay itself, and almost at the point of Soldiers Point is this jetty here, which points directly towards the heads, which means it would be quite a nice sunrise shot. Instead of doing that, it's very bright right now. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. So what I've done is, just for something a little bit different, I've set the camera up very low. I've got these little rocks in front of the camera here, which means sort of the rocks are in and out of the water line. And what I've done is, I may have to focus stack this, but I've got a grad on right now to bring the sky down a little, and I've got a 10 stop filter in front of the lens. So that means that it's going to be a very flat looking water line, and we're going to have a little bit of mistiness around the rocks themselves. What I'll do for a second shot then is I'll focus on the jetty. We'll make sure the jetty's nice and sharp, we've got the rocks nice and sharp, and I may have to bring that together in Photoshop later. Because the sky right now is extremely bright, because we're almost at midday, I may actually do this as a black and white shot. I don't do a lot of black and white landscapes, but we'll have a look at that once we get it in Photoshop and see if it works as a black and white, because we've got a dark jetty, we've got a bright sky, we've got some dark rocks in front of us. It may work. If not, we might just splash some colour in there if the shot works at all. So, okay, let's get this in the bag. Check this one out. Hi, well that's it again from Zenith Beach up at Port Stephens, Nelson Bay. If you come up here, you got to come down to this beach. It's absolutely gorgeous. Lots of things to shoot down here. The headland out on the right hand side is on the south end of the beach is probably the place to go. But you can also head up the hill. There's elevated shots from up on the hill here as well. But with a nice sunrise, you get some great shots down here. Let me know what was your favourite shot. We had a couple of different ones today. Let me know in the comments down here. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We've got lots more of these coming. We just finished a road trip up the north coast in New South Wales, so there's lots of footage I've got from that, and some waterfalls and more coastal shots. So, okay, we're off for coffee now. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.